unfortunately. So definitely need to get themselves some sort of a victory, get themselves on a hot streak, and bounce back if they want to continue to be here at TI 11. But have the draft up, and seems pretty standard with the bans. You see the Leshreq is very much respected. It's also been like one of the most top picked heroes this patch, not patch, sorry, this group stage. And then of course the Marcy and Enigma are both removed. Maybe a Primal Beast ban? I don't know.
Could be, could be. I mean, Soniqs love playing Leshreq as well, so it makes a lot of sense. This is just respect directly towards Soniqs from BetBoom. They've done their research. BetBoom generally rate Shadow Fiend, by the way, very highly, something that is not necessarily reflected by Soniqs. So I was looking at the games, you know, I like to see the differences between the way the teams draft, and BetBoom have in every single game that they played so far, apart from one, Shadow Fiend has been banned or picked in first phase. The same cannot be said at all for Soniqs. They do not rate it nearly as high, though they do play it at times. So the question is here, will they themselves go for it, or are they going to let it through? I like the Nyx pick, though. This hero has been rising more and more, and just showing to be a very, very functional hero in the current patch.
So I actually was looking at some stats earlier, and then as of day 2, I believe Nyx Assassin has like a 70-something% win rate. This hero is just so incredibly good with the way that he kind of just, you know, is able to get that information, having that vision, forcing the supports to be poor, having to buy sentries, detection, and then also if you compare it up with anything global, which, let's be honest, this is BetBoom. They like their nature's profit. There is the potential of seeing that come up. So, you know, it gives you this great gank potential where you can be very mobile, you can force the enemy to a different side of the map to try to respond, and then hopefully you're hopeful that you win the fight. And even if you don't win the fight, it still is forcing them to a part of the map that they don't necessarily want to be and can't be as efficient.
Yeah, I think important when a team picks up Nyx early is that you don't end up with a bad matchup as a carry. Something we've seen repeatedly is, you know, teams picking something like a Luna or a Drow Ranger, heroes that have uncontrollable AoE damage around them, you know, bouncing glaives or multi-shotting, and suddenly there's a Nyx. So they do respect the Shadow Fiend. Okay, I think that's a good approach by Soniqs. I don't think they should have given it away to BetBoom. But to continue, I think it's very important when you play against a Nyx that you try and get something that doesn't get easily set up on non-stop, because it's such a mechanically skilled hero, and if he catches something on the Nyx, then his team will be happy to follow up.
So they pick up the sniper very, very quickly, perhaps thinking that, you know, they'll be able to secure themselves a nice lane, have him sit a bit back. Mildly concerned about the fact that you do have, you know, the blink initiation. Wow, I almost had like too many words in there. From the Tiny, which could be potentially very, very dangerous. And it is a very early sniper pick. I don't know if you agree with that, but I feel like there's lots of ways to still be able to counter him.
Yeah, we generally see so many pos 2 or flex pos 1, pos 2 heroes being picked in the first phase, but Sniper is one that I'm not necessarily super happy seeing in the first phase. We saw Secret last picking a Sniper before. They picked it into a Queen of Pain, which is a very great matchup, but we've also seen they then in the next game played against the first phase pick Sniper, and they had a much easier time dealing with it. And that was specifically the Sniper versus Shadow Fiend matchup mid too, which is completely fine for SF if he wants to go against Sniper. It's not a unplayable lane by any means. I think perhaps it's even like minor favor towards the Sniper, just having more lane control, but SF can more easily jungle.
Do you see some of those basic bands that are very popular? The Undying, the Brood. I feel like we've seen a lot of Broodmother being banned out, it feels. And of course the Visage and the Bat. What's with the sudden uptick with the Broodmother? Is it just the idea of being able to, you know, put the pressure on the lanes, have the ability to scout using the spiders? Like, it does seem like we've been seeing more and more of her in the games that we've casted, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just our games. It plays Broodmother is an essential who
have the ability to scout using the spiders. Like, it does seem like we've been seeing more and more of her in the games that we've casted, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just our games. It plays Broodmother is an essential who be capable of playing right now in this TI. If you don't have a Brood player, then you're at a serious disadvantage, I would say. And that's because of the amount of focus it takes to shut down Brood. Also can change his played quite heavily. And yeah, she's just in a very good spot right now. She's the type of summon hero that still also scales into decent right clicks, so you can't easily counter her. And yeah, overall, by the way, I want to say that BetBoom between these two teams is the team that runs a little bit more summon lineups. They've been playing like Furion, like you said. They play Lone Druid, Beastmaster, a lot of different summon push lineups. So far, they don't have any in their team. Visage does get banned out, but we might see them add something else as well. So Soniqs should keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Beastmaster. That's another very popular hero, just because it provides that push potential. The vision, especially now that you've got the shard that gives you dive bomb, can be potentially surprised to see something like a Beastmaster. That's another very popular hero, just because it provides that push potential. The vision, especially now that you've got the shard that gives you dive bomb, can be potentially a good way to set up for a Nyx Assassin, or pair those two together, and then the the magic immunity piercing roar coming out is just very, very solid as the game gets further and further in.
Yeah, so they ban out the beast. That's a smart ban. I think completely on board with what Soniqs are doing here. They're going to be the ones to show their next hero here, expecting them to pick up their pos 5 probably, and a hero they could prepare for, by the way, probably not pick for themselves, is that BetBoom like playing Silencer. Speaking of pos 5s, BetBoom have played a lot of Silencer. They also have played a lot of Pangolier on both pos 2 and 3, so these are two heroes you can keep an eye on. Okay, they go for a classic combo, just a Venge with SF. You have minus armor combination and also extra damage from the Venge. And some beaky beak piercing preparation here in case BetBoom go with some hero that's hard to lock down.
I do like that, especially if Sniper is ever out of position. The more tools that you have to be able to close the gap, the better. Granted, Venge swap, not the biggest range early on, but eventually, if you pick up like Aether Lens or something like that, you get the little bit of extra range. You can also Force Staff yourself into position, because the Force Staff, very, very popular item, is becoming just picked up by, I think, every single support. And like you said, oh wow, all right. We get the Silencer immediate pickup and then followed up with the Dawnbreaker. So they've got the two major counters to the Dawnbreaker as a part of their draft, but now that gives you the global presence like we talked about.
Yeah, they enjoy running the Silencer, so this is not a surprise at all. Shouldn't come as a surprise to Soniqs as well. They played it so many times, and this Vengeful Swap, by the way, is a little bit better now, at least, than it used to be. I mean, it used to be like 600 range level 1. You could really not get that level 1 swap on anything. But having both the tossback and the swap, Sniper will have to be a bit more wary about his positioning here. So it's a smart way to draft into the Sniper. Now seeing the Dawnbreaker, like though. Yeah, exactly.
Imagine Tiny blinks in, toss a Sniper, Venge swaps him further into the fight, so he's further away.
No, the real play is to swap him back onto the SF when SF is channeling ulti. So you swap him right into the nuke.
It is pretty scary though, this Dawnbreaker. We saw a Crystal Maiden Dawnbreaker game the other day with Crystallis and Puppey, and it was just absolutely devastating. And I think the one thing that again, I'm not sure exactly how they're planning on laning this, but if they go with the Dawnbreaker Nyx Assassin in the same lane, you still have that scary potential, right? Because you've got Nyx with the Impale, and then you can follow up with the Starbreaker and the Celestial Hammer.
I actually would prefer to see them run Silencer and Dawnbreaker together overall, because yeah, you have the stun combination, but I think Silencer's even more potent just because of the Curse already does some slow. He has good damage in lane 2, much better than Nyx overall. So with Curse and the Last Word, that lane could be very high kill potential, and of course, just pairing up any active fighting support with Dawnbreaker is going to generate the same thing. But yeah, yesterday, Team Secret running that Dawnbreaker CM twice, it was devastating. Like, they destroyed, and they did that against Broodmother, they did it against something else as well in the previous game. It was impressive to watch.
Yeah, you felt really bad for Saberlight because it just felt like the poor man could not have a game at all. And Secret was just playing so incredibly fast. So never really got a chance to recover. So curious to see how fast this lineup's going to play here on the side of BetBoom. Do have the Monkey King now picked up for the side of Sonic, so they're also thinking that they want to play extremely high tempo.
Yeah, it also helps them have even more ways to get on top of Sniper. So now you have the jump from Monkey King. Jump from Monkey King, swap, tiny toss, and potentially SF might even go for some form of blink build. We see it quite often. Sometimes just the BKB into blink is spellcaster build, or we just see right click and then later down the road go for arc and blink late game. So it will be challenging the Sniper's position more and more. And what I see right now on BetBoom though is that they don't have necessarily one strong front line in front of Sniper. They have like Silencer, he's gonna sit back. Nyx is gonna scurry around and provide vision, sure, but he doesn't provide like a meat shield for Sniper. So it's really just Dawnbreaker, and she might even want to like farm another lane and then TP in with ulti. So they need one guy to stand between Sniper and the enemy right now, I feel.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly what they can run to provide that front line, that wall to protect him. Because we've seen a lot of it taken, and they just go full on squish.
Okay, so they go very global. They have global silence, Dawnbreaker jumping in, and they have Zeus ulti. They are playing into Nyx very heavily with this, being able to like combine. So if Nyx finds anyone, they can global silence and jump in with Dawnbreaker, and then they have Zeus ulti to finish off people. But this is not a very tanky draft though, and it's very heavily with this, being able to like combine. So if Nyx finds anyone, they can global silence and jump in with Dawnbreaker, and then they have Zeus ulti to finish off people. But this is not a very tanky draft though, and it has some glaring weaknesses, especially against Soniqs who want to run in, potentially with Tiny and Monkey King jumping in. I see some issues already to Boom's draft, but they do have a lot of damage.
Yeah, I am. They just have a pillow in their room? Are they taking a nap over there?
Yeah, I don't know. Get comfy.
I guess maybe it's for someone's back. Sometimes I like to have those pillows. All right, it's gonna be the Slardar as a final pick for the side of Soniqs. And I have to say, I'm liking this draft coming out from Soniqs a bit better than what BetBoom has here. I like the fact that they're going to be playing around with this Nyx Assassin, that they have this global presence, but I'm very concerned that they'll be able to just close the gap too easily on the Hawk.
Yeah, I'm completely down with Soniqs drafts. I think this is a nice synergetic draft. You have a lot of physical damage from the SF and the Monkey King. You also have now the Vengeful and the Slardar to buff it up. Even Tiny can dish out a fair amount of physical damage as a support just by throwing in a tree. Yeah, I think their draft looks a little bit easier to execute. Zeus does have that reposition tool lately, so he's not, completely vulnerable to jumps, but there's so many things now that are going to chase them down. It will be difficult for BetBoom to fend off Soniqs, I think.
Yeah, he does have Heavenly Jump, but I do feel like it is just a little Band-Aid situation for what is going to be running at him in this game. So I think this has the potential to snowball really out of control too. Would you agree?
Yeah, I certainly believe so. This is like the draft that Sonic has. It can go very snowbally. It can also play into the late game. And come late game scenarios, I mean, it's not going to be that easy to execute what BetBoom have here. They do have global silence to control, but at some point there will be BKBs online to dispel it. And yeah, I see a lot of issues. I feel concerned for BetBoom. They need a win, and this is the draft that it's hinging on. It feels scary.
Yeah, and like we said, BetBoom, they need to win as many matches as possible at this point. They, I believe, are very far behind, sitting at the bottom of their group. And the next two teams that they have to face off with are PSG.LGD and OG. So these are going to be very, very difficult games. They would love it if they were able to pull out a victory here. Maybe, 2 victories, but they're going to have to work real hard. It's not going to be easy in this game.
Yeah, similarly to those Soniqs, I mean, they cannot afford to lose as well. This is like we're closing in on the later stages of the group stage here, and we're starting to finalize that both these teams are finding themselves in the bottom of the group, so they need to fight to get out of here.
Is Soniqs the team that... No, because TSM also doesn't do this. Right? They don't smoke out of their base. Whereas a lot of teams do that to get out there faster.
Yeah, there's a few teams that don't do it. Majority of teams do smoke out to plant wards. I also noticed that beastcoast generally didn't do it. I think they didn't do it in game 1 when I was watching beastcoast versus Aster. And then game 2, both of them smoked around, actually looking for kills, which is something I've been missing. in a lot of the games that teams don't seem to be valuing making a 5-man smoke for kill potential, always going out for those ward placements, which you can still get at least one ward down while doing a wraparound for kills, but teams are playing perhaps a bit safe.
I feel like that's the SA Dota way, is just constant brawling for the most part. But notice he's gonna walk into Yoar and MSS and take a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, he's against the two melee heroes with like 600 range combined. The Tiny and the Monkey King with a tree grab.
Just watching the block here in the mid lane. Go and drop the ward balls on it, and it's going to go a little bit over in favor inside of Quinn.
I like Quinn's move here. Goes in for the race immediately, and he's zoning out the Zeus, chasing him down, even landing the third race. Beautiful. He's actually keeping him away. This is a big win. He's zoning. Quinn is playing with great confidence here on first creep wave.
I mean, what can Laurel really do against this right now, too? You know, he's got Arc Lightning, and Quinn's just going to take advantage of the fact that he is more powerful with these raises early on.
Yeah, that's a level 1 Shadow Fiend. Very much a bully in laning stage nowadays. But good understanding of like landing the raise immediately, position himself really nicely. But Laurel is fine now, gets back and gets some nice last hits here with the Arc Lightning again.
Checking in with this top lane, trying to see exactly how this is going. They do have a lot of potential for kills in this lane, right? Because we've talked about the fact that you've got the Silencer. It's not good to go for Glaives of Wisdom, which is kind of interesting because I feel like you can see some variations on how they decide to, you know, lane the Silencer early on. I feel like we've been seeing more people going for that Arcane Curse because of the burst damage. But of course, Glaives of Wisdom is still very, very good to be able to harass.
Yeah, I think Glaives are fine, but I think Arcane Curse is my preferred, like, out of the two as a level 1 ability, because you can hit both the opponents. It's a rather potent nuke already at level 1. Like, you're paying, what, 130 mana for 136 damage AoE, and that's assuming they don't cast a single spell. If you time it correctly, you extend that duration, more damage. It's pretty value.
Bottom lane, some harass being placed over onto Leslau. Roger landing that impale just quite a much, and then you followed up with all that shrapnel. They're gonna have to see Leslau go and use some of that regen as Fata does get the pole off, so they'll drag it behind the tower, and he'll be able to hit things a little bit more comfortably.
Oh, big win on mid lane that Laurel manages to get both the water runes bottled up here. Quinn just didn't really get his bottle as early as he would have liked, and perhaps slow in purchasing it. I felt like his last hits were fine enough that he should have had it already.
Gone are the days where you could have, you know, blamed the fact that your supports were taking the courier.
Yeah, true. I mean, thank God, honestly.
That's right, you're a mid laner.
I mean, the entire team fighting for one courier, those were the dark days, honestly.
My, how Dota's changed. More harass though, bottom lane, the shrapnel, the impale. Turn back around, they're trying to put the pressure over onto the Hawk. They've got the stun. This is not looking good. It's going to be the Hawk who gets the kill on Fata first, but he will end up dying to Leslau.
Yeah, Roger's going to be happy as well, getting some experience and chasing down the Slardar, doing a lot of right clicks.
Is this going to be a kill?
No, he won't kill him, but he's doing the most he can. He had the Orb of Venom, so top lane though.
Top lane, making the plays. A nice boundless over onto Soniqs, trying to hide over on the side, but it is not going to work out for him. They know exactly where he is.
Yeah,
Not sure what those tips. Oh, was there a gank move in the mid lane or something?
Yeah, a little bit of a move towards it, but we see water runes are gonna spawn soon. Doesn't look like any support is gonna hang around to control. Fata coming back bottom. We do have a water or bottle refill here. Actually, they are gonna control the top rune with Tiny. Quinn though.
Trying to make the play again onto Fata. Bottom lane, the shrapnel, the impale, just rinse and repeat. Then they drop Papa Leslau on the way out.
They're spamming that on every
maybe
lane.
being baited, but the toss up. Quinn tries to go. He picks up the water rune. He's going to try to turn around. He's taking a lot of harass. Will be
He has fair
able
fire?
to collect the kill on Soneko. You are making his own rotation. Nothing like the position one coming to the mid lane, landing that boundless. They need a little bit more. Does have the heavenly jump, so he's going to survive. But again, one of the nice things about this Monkey King is, yes, he rotated over to the mid lane. Didn't get a kill, but he can get back up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's very willing to join for fights there. I mean, it doesn't take too long, like you said, for a Monkey to come back to his lane, so nice try, but Zeus pretty hard to kill now with that heavenly jump. Manages to get himself to safety. So far, lanes are pretty even in terms of farm. Everybody is within like 5 CS difference here on the course, so nobody really getting shut down hard. Kind of what we expect. I mean, Zeus against Shadow Fiend, there's no way anyone gets shut down there. I guess notably the Monkey King hasn't really been crushing his lane, even though he did get that that kill.
We do have the 1 point in the Arcane Curse now on Soneko, so we'll be seeing more harass on the top. You have to be a bit careful in the bottom lane. We're seeing how powerful the Shrapnel and the Impale can be. As Leslau is going to demonstrate that for us right now. As they get the Impale, get a couple little clicks. And just look at all that damage from just that one little engagement.
Yeah, Sniper and Nyx pair up pretty well. You can turn Nyx, you know, sort of average laning stage into a pretty strong one. Just utilizing his disable for the Shrapnel. They're doing some stacking as well here, getting some creep camps prepared for the Zeus when he wants to go jungle.
I would like for... Yeah, MSS is rotating here, but... don't think they're going to be able to hold that rune, as Fata also rotates. I'd like to see them maybe put a ward over here on the side to keep tabs if there's any stacks going on.
Yeah, it would be nice. Would be nice to have some good deep vision, but both offlaners pulling creeps right now.
Do you ever wish that there was another? Oh wow, yeah, Leslau's really going deep here. Do you ever wish that there was another lane in Dota?
No.
No, really?
I just want mid lane. Yeah, no.
Okay, all right. Classic mid laner response. There's
yeah.
only one lane in the mid
I wish there was
mind.
only one lane in Dota.
Yeah, they just grab these creeps very easily.
Yeah, he has a double creep wave. You're gonna pull this behind the tower is the goal. He's just leading them over. Roger is angrily chasing here. Turns around for a hit on the high ground. Makes sure to get the pull.
Top lane though, rotation into play, MSS. Pincering over onto Notice, opens up the avalanche, hop down here, toss up into the air, plus the magic missile. But look at this response immediately coming out from BetBoom. They're gonna try to punish Uar. And it's looking pretty good here that they might be able to do it. They need just a little bit more damage. There it is, there's the Thunder God's Wrath. And Laurel will help himself to his first kill using his ultimate.
Yeah, I enjoy the idea of just using Zeus ulti pretty aggressively, by the way, when you play Zeus. Even though that was a bit of a chaos and the hero would have died anyway. If you have a reason to use the Zeus ulti, my philosophy is that you should pretty much use it, because everybody will take damage across the map. We immediately saw like Quinn using a salve and Vengeful using a salve after the SF ulti. So you're just doing some amount of damage, forcing out reaction to, you know, fix that. As opposed to just holding your ulti ready and waiting for when it's truly needed. Then you're missing out on a lot of potential damage.
I feel like it's nice too if it's something like a gank, being able to see exactly who is hanging around the area.
Yeah,
I know
the
that's
vision
very
is
popular.
big part for sure.
Yeah, very popular, especially for the support Zeus. But do you see Roger? Because they have a ward up, and there's a double damage bottled on Quinn. Immediately the Carapace. Couple little clicks. Do you have to be careful? Soneko is here, and there it is. There's that Dawnbreaker ulti. They're gonna just sidestep again. Have the double damage. Gonna see.
Not the jump.
No! Oh, Notice just stuck over here on the top. Back over on the side, Soneko. Looks like Leslau is gonna be able to help secure the kill for Quinn as MSS making his way over there as fast as possible. They need to close this gap though, and I'm not sure they're gonna be able to do it. Quinn found himself some creeps, will just help himself to those. But now the rotation over to the mid lane is a coming, and Laurel is gonna have to be very careful.
That was so awkward by Notice jumping up on the cliff there. That was not what he wanted to do.
Taking a stack.
Yeah, they're getting some...
Quinn, maybe you got a little too greedy here, my friend. This is not looking good for you because that is all 5 heroes. Yeah, Rogerson, very greedy. Too greedy. So MSS now, he does have the tranquils. He's gonna try to back off. You are hiding up in the tree line. There's not too much he can do, honestly, but looks like they'll back off on the side of BetBoom.
Yeah, they don't have Monkey ulti yet, so he was sitting there. If he had ulti, maybe they could commit there, but I feel like he would need like Roshan or something to hold them in the ulti as well. A little bit of extra ways to slow them down. But he's going for the Echo Saber. He's farming away on Monkey again.
I'm very surprised that Quinn stuck around for that. Like, I feel like he had to know. There were a lot of rotations that came in, and he just stuck around too long.
Quinn is a fairly greedy player. I mean, stealing a stack feels so good, but nice rotation by BetBoom. On the other hand, though, they clumped everybody on the same part of the map, so it took them a while to run back and stabilize the lanes again afterwards.
That is something of the meta currently. And he's trying to force people into other pockets of the map. That one a little bit more central, but does force them onto their own side and draws them away, like you said. So.
Yeah, just open up more, like the top lane was very safe, and Veslau now has farmed up an entire Mask of Madness. It's gonna come out for him on his Slardar. So definitely going with a more right-click build. Roger. Oh, be careful about the toss back, the tree could have broken.
Off Spike Carapace, MSS waiting patiently, will hop down. Notice this here though. You are needing to be a bit careful. MSS still nearby. That Starbreaker, though, landing over onto 2. Avalanche will give them enough here to disengage, but they may end up losing MSS for all of this. And yes, in fact, that is going to be exactly what happens as they go use the Thunder God's Wrath, probably trying to get a little bit more vision, but Yuar's already out.
Yeah, just want to find, perhaps they could find one more kill, you know, maybe they would move down there. They didn't actually see anyone on the map there because Shadowking was farming jungle, same as the Slardar, so perhaps they were worried that, you know, Soniqs were making a rotation. BetBoom definitely playing in that, you know, mentality of just use the Zeus ulti when you feel like it's a good time. Just don't be too greedy about holding it. Leslau could be in trouble top.
Yeah, they have the Vendetta online for Roger, and he's just creeping up. And this is what we talked about, rinse and repeat. Granted, you did have to Hawk there. He's more than happy to take that kill, but the potential of these ganks with the Nyx Assassin and the global presence is very spooky.
Yeah, it was crucial that Sniper sat around too.
They're all tossed up. They get the silence off, so Quinn just gonna try to teleport away. He doesn't want to stay here any longer. We'll take a decent amount of damage, but that is...
Sniper sat around too.
They're all tossed up. They get the silence off, so Quinn just gonna try to teleport away. He doesn't want to stay here any longer. We'll take a decent amount of damage, but that is global down. Oh, they want... MSS, he sees the haste, and he's so close to it, and he does manage to get it, but he ends up dying.
This is meta. Well, it denies the haste rune at least. Nice recognition by Quinn there to just TP out immediately after Zeus used his lightning bolt, by the way. They're a little bit low on disables if they don't have Nyx or Dawnbreaker nearby. So TP out, something you should keep an eye open for. Possible option.
Radiant are scanning.
How do you feel about the Mask of Madness build on Slardar into the Blink Dagger? Is this, I know generally speaking, you usually would like to see something that's going to help you farming and accelerate into the later portion of the game, but I also feel like they're very dependent on these Blink Daggers over on the side of Soniqs, especially because there is a sniper.
I think it's smart. I think Soniqs can do this. I think they can get away with building into more late game, not just rush for... The problem is if you rush Blink Dagger, then Slardar is literally just a stun, and he's never going to scale into any form of right click. You could go Armlet or something as well, but I like Mask of Madness. It's rather strong for him. Good at fighting as well now, ever since Mask of Madness was buffed for that aspect. Healing from heroes.
Roger, rotating down to this bottom lane. They know that Yuar's been playing around here. In fact, they ping out. But Yuar will back off for the time being.
Yeah, for now, both teams are kind of relying on Ancients and farming up a bit and taking it easy. Roger being the big one, just scouting around. He does get scanned on bottom. So he knows. Yoar knows that's not safe. Can't go on that creep wave.
Look at the... He immediately buys a sentry ward and sends it out to him. He's like, yep. He's just waiting. I'm not gonna fall to that. Double damage is available top. Lara will snap this up.
Yeah, looking
It
for...
looks like they're making the play top.
Looking for Soniqs to get online with like a smoke and a swap move. They could start using their Venge in combination with like Tiny and Monkey or Tiny and Slardar. And perhaps they can get a swap from smoke on anyone here. But for now, they're playing very cautious, just farming up their own.
Bottom lane, a little bit of harass being placed on UR. Does have a sentry ward in place though, so that way if the Nyx assassin comes wandering back, he can hightail it out. And Quinn also rotating now towards this bottom area. He's working on the BKB. But yeah, I would like to see them be a little bit more active. They even have the Tumbler toy on MSS, which I feel is such a good item for this
We're
particular
gonna see a
hero.
fight. They're reacting to the split push, but they're a little bit late.
Swap, dragging Notice back. They have the silence. Oh, but the bash coming out from Leslau. He does not get any silence here. As follow-up from Roger. Has his eyes on Quinn. The follow-up coming in, but they're also going to go drop the Wukongs. Can they do any... Oh, Quinn running into the Wukongs, hoping that maybe it'll be enough damage, but it isn't. And they'll end up losing UR. They'll end up losing Fata and MSS. So the reaction coming out from BetBoom is fast and furious.
Yeah, their reaction is fast and furious, but honestly, it's the reaction of Soniqs that was a little bit slow because too many heroes were going towards top and taking the tier 1 of Soniqs. And while BetBoom move and take the top tier 1, Soniqs were like appropriately reacting. They didn't defend and they also didn't go to split push fast enough. So they do move to bottom, but only after BetBoom already took the tower. So they TP down, defend, hold on to their tier 1 tower.
Here we have a replay too. We see that happening and he managed to take out Noticed, but again, this
the
rotation...
buyback is big here.
Yeah. Replay too. We see that happening and he managed to take out Noticed, but again, this
the
rotation...
buyback is big here.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, well, pressure placed on the mid tower. They'll use the fortification.
Are fortified.
Go ahead and get a little stretch here.
Radiant are strong.
They're going for more. They're trying to, extend their lead even further on BetBoom. They don't have the best tower pushes though, and Sniper doesn't want to join. Like Zeus doesn't really want to hit buildings, Nyx doesn't, and Silencer certainly doesn't either. So for now, they're going to back off, defended by Soniqs.
Do have that Blink Dagger though completed now for Leslau, so would like to see them perhaps, now that Global Silence is down, and then also the Solar Guardian down for another couple seconds, would like to see them maybe try to make a play, but they seem pretty content to just sit back and farm. This feels a bit greedy.
Yeah, it's almost a little bit too slow, I feel. They have combinations that they can use, but they haven't really made any move together with Bench. She's had this smoke ready for a long time, but perhaps we're gonna see them now. They're clearing out a lot of stuff. Looks like perhaps a good time to go. But no, that doesn't look like it. They Soniqs are just gonna keep farming up and position for bottom tier 1 tower. See the reaction from BetBoom here. Are they gonna go towards defending bottom, or are they gonna take this mid tower? Seems like everybody's converging mid.
Yeah, I feel like this mid tower is sitting so low that they might as well take this, and then if they want, even they can go and rotate to the bottom. But that's a very valuable tower. Pretty important.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
We'll trade, it looks like.
The important part is that they now have removed both the mid and top tower, which are the close towers to Roche, so they're freeing up that area. Even though they don't have the best heroes to take Roche themselves, they're denying the SFR Vengeful minus armor and like the Slardar combination from just taking a fast Roche by taking over that area.
Very close to BKB now for Quinn.
Yeah. He did go Shard early. This is a cool decision by the Hawk. I honestly think that Shard on Sniper is a really, really powerful item, and some people underestimate it. It's a disarm as well. Look at this game. This is like the best Sniper Shard game I've ever seen. There are so many right clickers on the side of Soniqs. So he opted to go for it early. Gives you a bit of positioning, gives you a disarm.
I feel like the knockback is just so incredibly important. Quinn He's got the sentry ward. Knows that Roger's here. He needs his team to get over here, though, because they know how fast the damage can come. Spike Carapace, the Avalanche. Global Silence, though, coming to play again. And then Quinn is just gonna get picked off. MSS, next one to be falling. And Fada just digs himself up a mango and says, I'm out of here.
Credit to Soniqs, by the way. He's done a good job at just being in a lot of these fights. He has 14 install in this game. I mean, it's not the biggest impact, but that's still 14 bonus for him. He gets a little bit more mana to work with. Silencer certainly needs that, and also there's not a single int hero on the side of Soniqs, so these you know, Agi and Strength heroes losing int, it can hurt their potential to keep spamming stuff.
This is cool. I just realized that Soniqs is working on a Veil of Discord instead of the standard items that we normally see the Silencer bit pick up.
Yeah, I think Veil is very nice when you have Zeus in your team, and Zeus already has the E-Blade as well coming out, I believe. Yeah, he just finished it. So the combination there, tons of damage. Something worth noting, by the way, about E-Blade compared to something like Kaya and Sanj that we see on certain other int heroes is that it does actually give more mana regen amplification than the Kaya and Sanj. 75% instead of 50%, and Zeus is one of the heroes that enjoys that the most, since he needs mana so badly.
He also enjoys an arcane ring, which just spawned top, so Laurel probably feeling pretty good right now. He's got the E-Blade completed, and no one is going in and trying to contest this Rosh, so this Rosh is going to go very easily over to the side of BetBoom.
Yeah, that Desolator doing good work for taking down the Rosh, and a little hop out of the Rosh pit by the Hawk. No global silence yet. Not sure if they want to commit with a jump in here, but they're looking possibly
And
at
Roger
Quinn.
has just been on Quinn's butt this entire game.
Oh, he's walking into the sentry again. He's visible.
Okay, alright, this time we'll be able to blow up Roger. Finally, Quinn's got to feel really good about that.
Got like 2 hits. That hurt quite badly.
I just like all the tips coming out of just like, finally, you know, and then everybody else responding to it. But
Is under attack.
Yeah, otherwise he's been doing a good job. Of course, Roger is one of the OG Nyx spammers. He's platinum tier, as we can see on his Dota Plus, but he used to play a lot of Nyx Assassin when it wasn't meta before. So certainly expected him to start playing Nyx a lot in this current group stage, where he seems to become a very valuable hero, like you said. Fantastic win rate so far.
I like how they were kind of baiting Quinn this time around, because Roger, again, keeps showing up, keeps being on top of Quinn, and they do have, you know, Leslau sitting nearby now. MSS usually, you know, fairly close by too, so if they do get that initiation and he happens to walk underneath the sentry, they can respond very quickly. But a smoke play coming out from the side of BetBoom. Gonna see if they can force them out of their jungle here in the bottom area.
Yeah, they're going for a move, see if they can catch. There's just Leslau on bottom, backing out. Now moving towards mid. Sentries.
They have look at the sentries. They have all the sentries. Jump forward, toss back, Avalanche, Global Science, but it's too late. Roger's already dead.
Yeah, and a tip for Silencer for that one. Wasted ulti. Now they can feel a little bit safer on Soniqs, and they can make a move. So immediately smoking up.
Look at these sentry wards, Woggle. Look at this, like, half moon that they've got going on, because they know that this Nyx Assassin is going to be creeping over to their side, and then they have that one observer.
Oh, here comes the jump. Sniper.
Looking for it. The jump forward onto the back lines. Got some grenade, though, buying a little bit more time, as now MSS trying to get the kill on Dahaki. Cannot do it. Does get the toss back, though, which might just be enough. Follow up. Okay, that's going to be the Aegis going down. BKB was popped on UR. Fear so on point. A little bit early, perhaps, but still looking pretty good as they go in for the Solar Guardian. They'll be able to clean up Fada, so it's not going to have any sort of save. And they will eventually get the kill on UR. Quinn having to pop the BKB to escape. Oh my god, that was so close.
So crucially in the start of that fight, going on the sniper, of course he had Aegis, but they might be able to burst him twice, they think. But he has both the shard and a force staff at this point. So he has double reposition to get himself out to safety. And while he survives, the Zeus is not being targeted, so he was able to dish out tons of damage. Of course, together with the Veil and the E-Blade, he's just absolutely blowing through these heroes. If they don't have the BKB activated, they go down very fast.
God, that concussive grenade did so much, like you said. And they do manage to get the toss back into the Wukongs, which is very important. But yeah, they just aren't able to kill him a second time. And he's very close to the tower too, and you can see they're hesitant. They don't want to go for the full-on dive.
Yeah, the position was very awkward. Perhaps they were hoping to find him without his team that close when he was showing their mid, but that smoke was very, very deep, trying to go between the tier 1, tier 2 tower on an Aegis carrier. It was a super risky move by Soniqs there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Coin for me.
Smoke play over on the side of Soniqs. Zlau again having
Oh, Zeus.
that blink dagger, the jump forward immediately, but nope. That was not what we wanted.
He accidentally didn't blink where he wanted to, blinked on his teammate instead and tossed his teammate. Instead of blinking in and then tossing back to his teammates, he blinked and tossed Slardar.
That's not the volleyball we wanted to see here, folks.
A bit of a misclick there by MSS. It's okay.
Where were the tips, though? That is a tip-worthy moment.
For sure. BetBoom are all business here, I guess, since they need to stay sharp and focused.
Yeah, the B in BetBoom stands for business, clearly. MSS and Fata, they're positioned around Quinn, expecting that something's going to happen. They will break the smoke. They'll drop the ward. They get the vision using Thunder God's Wrath. Blink forward from Roger, so they'll still be able to get themselves a kill.
+2, +2, +2 Desert charges and +2 int. They get the scaling, these little kills here.
This silencer has plans on going to college.
Yeah, I mean, for +5 silencer, he's certainly stacking up his int steal. Fada.
Positioning coming out now from BetBoom. Oh my god, look at this. Fada just can't survive, and then the jump onto the backlines, onto Quinn. The CC is there. Oh my god, they need one more hit. He's used the BKB, and Roger has it with those little tiny claws of his.
Feels bad dying to a Philosopher's Stone Nyx right click. He's hitting for like no damage at all, but he does get that last hit.
A double damage on the Hawk, too. Look at this range. Yeah, we
Nyx,
talked about all the
Roger
positioning
protecting
that
bottom.
they...
Middle tower has fallen.
Yep. Alright, Roger. Does spot out. You are the fault from Leslau. There's the BKB. They're gonna start with that Wukong's command, see if they can put out enough damage over onto Roger. They'll get a bash off. Alright, they'll be able to find themselves a kill after the reinitiation.
Yeah, Roger with good positioning and just plays the sacrificial role there, protecting his core. He does go down in the end, but that's another kill trade. And, of course, Sniper TPing in and getting even another kill, so he's closing in on being done with his Deso scaling. +12 damage already from these kills.
The illusion rune. Yeah, I have to say, though, you know, it's one of those things... Oh, you can see the follow-up.
I like the E-Blade there. He passed E-Blade to the Nyx, keeping him alive just for a little bit longer, because if Nyx died faster, they would turn their attention to Zeus immediately. So by E-Blading his teammate, he actually keeps himself safe as well.
Oh, they had the ward. They knew that Yawar was there. This is looking a bit spooky for him. He's going to try to teleport out, but I think they just have too much, yeah.
All that int steal is the big brain ward, you know. He found out some smart places to prepare. And Soniqs right now, they're losing grip of the game. I did say that I favor their draft overall and that I think they should be pretty comfortable in this game, but the way that this is playing out, BetBoom are just finding more initiations, being more active on the map, using that Nyx to great efficiency. Like, he's setting up top already, preparing that, okay, maybe someone will come and farm this double range creep, pushing in.
Dire are scanning.
I feel like Soniqs has just been too passive. And I don't know if you'll agree with me on that, but I feel like they have this great potential, right? You've got the Slardar, who's got the stun, he's got the initiation. Fata, who's, you know, he's working on the Ags, and I understand why, you know, you'd want to pick this up, but I feel like they should be moving around with this Tiny a lot more. Because right now it's just really Roger. Yeah, look at this.
Venge is going to go down very quickly here. They are trying to TP in.
Yeah, well, might be able to punish Roger, but he's already done his job at this point.
So, to go back to what you were asking, I think that they are playing pretty passive. However, they have something very dangerous brewing. Once they complete, you know, they have all these 3 BKBs now, so that's a big power spike. Once they complete the Aghanims on Venge as well, she's going to be much stronger than she is right now.
Top lane chases on Quinn. Just put out a little bit of harass, but it feels like BetBoom feel very comfortable sitting in this top portion of the map. They've got these little illusions from the rune, farming up the camp,
Oh, yes.
in good position. It's got the concussion. What?
He has the full Aghanims on the Dawnbreaker. That's really good in this game against all the right clicks coming in. Being able to provide that miss chance is massive. Of course, the bigger heal as well, and you get the moving ulti.
That
right?
is true.
So you can aim it a little bit. No, I think this is a massive item finished up. I noticed.
Now you look at them, they realize that this is a power spike. Let's smoke. Let's go hunting. BetBoom sending Roger up forward. Places the ward. Oh, there's Quinn nearby. Roche is up. Smoke over from Soniqs, though.
Yeah, BetBoom should be careful. They don't take the fastest Roche, so I like that they're not going for it
Smoke
yet.
pops. The jump forward immediately from Roger. The clean up the ward. They'll get the kill on Fata. Roger, though, is going to be the next one to go down.
Okay, just trading down supports. I think they still want to stick around Soniqs. They don't want to give away a free Roshan here. I mean, one for one support trade is one thing, but you do not want to lose Aegis to Sniper again. So trying to go around, plants down some vision.
They do have the blinks, like we talked about.
Yeah, he has
Shrapnel,
Hurricane Pike
though,
on SF. He
immediately
wants to pike in.
canceling out any sort of blinks. The harassment. See Quinn forcing himself over. They do have... Yeah, they've got the vision over here. This Roche, less than half. They smoke up. Laurel has the Invis rune. They'll break that smoke. Snako just forces himself forward.
Yeah, the
is
range
so
damage
hard
they
for
do. Poke harass is so big.
Oh my god, MSS, look at this. Yeah, they try to force staff him out. They're trying to keep him alive, and they cannot do it. Now they don't have Tiny. Tiny's dead for 40. I don't think you even buy back at this point to try to get in there.
Yeah, they're conceding it. They're TPing out. It's very all or nothing, or it has to be very all or nothing for Soniqs. If they're gonna fight in BetBoom, they can't go like within range of the right clicks of Sniper and the nukes of Zeus. Oh no, they got jumped
Mid
mid.
lane. Oh, they found Leslau. He's gonna have to pop his BKB.
He's fine. He's fine. That's decent actually. They forced out some ulti there, the Dawnbreak ulti.
Radiant are
Still low
scanning.
cooldown though.
I have to say, this is not supposed to be an easy game for Dahak, but he's making it look easy.
Yeah, he and his team, right? It's the way
Yeah.
they're playing. They're very proactive, and that makes it hard for Soniqs to find the jumps. Oh, look at Shadowfiend trying to find a Requiem here, but not quite in range. Maybe? No. Nothing.
Yeah, they ping it out immediately.
And
Look
now
at
they
this.
find
The
him.
TPs are coming out. The Hawk's like, hey, what's going on here? Don't have anything to cancel out the TP, but just from those clicks alone, takes about half of his HP.
BetBoom are very happy to see these BKB durations go down. That's a big impact for them
Oh, you
since
are.
they're relying on spells so badly.
The blink forward from Roger. He was ready, but not quite fast enough. Do have the Venge Ags completed, though, this time around, so that is a little bit of a power spike going over to the side of Soniqs.
Yeah, Venge Ags, and they also have 3,000 gold on Leslau on his Slardar, by the way. So he's trying to go for a Nullifier in this game. It would be nice against the E-Blade, would, you know, allow them to have some more reliable way of catching, and the Hurricane Pike possibly, but you can still pike people even if you're nullified. If you pike enemies away, you fly away the full distance.
They have a double damage bottled on the Hawk. They're hoping that they can get a pick off. Roger leading the charge.
There's a fight.
Goes a little bit too far back, but all right. They'll go. The follow-up over onto Roger. They'll be able to keep him alive as they pop the double damage. The Hawk wants to fight, and it looks like Soniqs, they're a little bit too spooked by this.
Soniqs should be very happy that it managed to disengage there. That's not a DD rune you want to fight into. Just bide your time, try and get a favorable position for the fight at least. Slardar has vision on them here, but has to get out.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to be anywhere near this this sniper.
Yeah, they're pinging out that there's vision over here too, so yeah, they're just using the Zeus and dewarding everything.
Alright, how... Quinn? Notice.
He has dust, but he's not going to be able to kill him. He does actually force out the BKB TP all by himself.
Oh, bottom lane, you are. Don't have the Dawnbreaker ulti, but they do have the Hawk, and that's going to be more than enough. And they also see Fata. Burn off a little
Yeah.
bit of that mana. It's a lot of damage.
He's in trouble
Range.
still.
Roger, can he find the opening? Yes, he can. That's a double kill for the Hawk. And that's
Here's
the illusion.
bottom, but it feels like Sonics are not really finding the openings to go. They could maybe go somewhere else when multiple heroes are fighting elsewhere, but they haven't been able to use the Slardar initiations together with like Shadow Fiend as much as I expected they would in this game. The over on the side of BetBoom, they're much more coherent, like playing together. They have so many assists. The assists kind of tell the story of the game, right? There's a big kill difference, but when you look at the scoreboard, you can just see there's like 1 assist SF, 2 assists Venge. Like they're not really finding kills together. It's mostly solo kills by Slardar here and there, perhaps.
And the positioning's even better now for the side of BetBoom. I believe there was a Blink Dagger that just got purchased for Zeus. So both of these squishier guys, who already have very good positioning, it seems, are just going to get even more difficult to kill. There are no deaths on the Zeus at all. Only 1 death on the Sniper. And when you look at the lineup from Soniqs, you assume that this should be much different.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected it to go this way at all. I feel like Sonics should have, you know, in the early phases been able to find, you know, opportunities to be more aggressive, but they've played really timid this game. And now they kind of have to be timid because of the Aegis. It is timing out in 30 seconds, but...
I feel like they don't care, though. Yeah, MSS will toss back, oh. We'll be able to kill Snako. There's a little lining of hope on the side of Sonics, but it's still very difficult.
Dire's
Yeah.
middle tower
Sonics are on the back foot, but they do have tremendous amount of damage between their heroes. They can still definitely turn this around with like 1 good team fight. Monkey King gets out.
Look how fast that, like, Yuara helps over to the tree and there's just the pings, just teleports away. Doesn't want to have to deal with whatever they're going to be throwing at him. It just gets reclaimed, though, during this time. So, again, a little bit of breathing room for Sonics. Although, it's still just so difficult. I'm not sure if they would have been able to kill him
This
twice.
might be a move here, actually, for Venge and Slardar together. SF nearby, Tiny is behind them, too.
Drop a couple wards. They have the vision. The jump forward immediately here from Leslie.
Double fire
BKB
on
is
him.
going to get used. Get the bashes off over onto Laurel. A little bit more damage. All right, that's going to be, I believe, his first death. As now the swap over onto Notice. Global Signs will come into play. They need to close the gap, and they need to get the final hits off. But Notice, he's moving very quickly. The follow from MSS, the toss up into the air. They'll finally be able to kill us Noticed.
That was such a nice Ogre Seal into Avatos combo there, but there you see the potential. I mean, when they go together, they have tremendous damage, and only 3,000 gold behind. So while we've been sort of negative about, you know, how the way the game is shaping out for Sonics, they're still in a pretty formidable spot. Like, they can scale extremely well into late game here, and I think that's what they've been telling themselves too, that we are going to destroy BetBoom come late game. All of us are going to be very strong. They have been farming a lot on the Slardar, so he's relevant as well for the entirety of the game. BetBoom might struggle to close this out despite their early strong lead.
You are. We'll find Roger. They're just going to clean up this Nyx Assassin as fast as possible. Despite Carapace, though, buys him a little bit more time. And he's able to blink out. Leslau, he wants this kill. He's got the Nullifier on him. But look at this low-ground sniper clicking on Leslau. I don't think they're going to be able to finish him off.
Wow, I can't
Roger's
believe he gets away
going
there.
to survive that. Oh, my God. And Leslau ends up dying.
Nimbus plus ulti. Wow, that really stinks, man. I thought that they would kill him for sure, but that Spite Carapace slowing them down, getting away, gets the blink out.
Very nice plays coming out from the side of BetBoom to protect. And great play coming out from Roger, just surviving the initial attack.
Tier 4 items starting to drop here as well. Some nice power spikes possibly. Quinn with his entire butterfly as well, and building in towards Satanic next. They know that Nyx is around here. They had a ward and a sentry that saw him running down towards bottom.
I'm surprised they're not holding a gem at this point and just moving together. Oh, they
They
are
have
holding a
one.
gem.
They have
Never
one on
mind.
the
They
bench,
have it
yeah.
on Fata, but Fata, of course, can't be up super front and center.
I don't think Fata wants to have this gem, to be honest. I think you want to put it on like Monkey King or Tiny or anyone else, because Fata wants to die, right? He has Aghanims. He's going to play aggressive in the team fight, so not the ideal gem carrier, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to see it on MSS because he's right now either MSS or like Leslau, but I feel like MSS is the one who jumps in first with the toss back usually. So
On Slardar would be great. Like, yeah, Leslau just diving in with it could certainly
Dire's
work out
top
well.
tower is under attack. Dire's
Top tower does go down.
Yeah, they're sieging up towards bottom, but I don't think Soniqs are going to be too aggressive in their attempt to take this. But maybe they're expecting that Roche is being, you know, is already being taken, because Roche could spawn. It's up in 20 seconds.
Man, that presence aura affecting buildings. Just watched Quinn casually walk down with the creep wave, slap the tower a couple times, and it melts.
Yeah, he also has great attack speed now. I mean, he's hitting, you know, twice per second here with almost 400 damage.
They do ping out that Quinn's here in the bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just waiting patiently to see if anybody shows up. But again, they're playing around this Roche pit. This is very important to them, so looks like they'll be able to get the tier 2. And I'm curious, do they push it a little further? Do they try to make them respond?
Soniqs have to do something. They're letting Roche go for free, so you have to at least force, you know, someone to TP bottom. But no, they're
backing.
not. Yeah, I guess they got the tier 2 tower, but it wasn't really a trade because that was like before Roche died even. Refresher now for Zeus.
Ooh.
Huge drop.
Granted, they do have quite a few BKBs over on the side of Soniqs, but
Yeah, but they're only so long duration. All of them are
Right.
down to 6 seconds by now. Zeus will find a chance to deal his damage if they don't get the jump on him. Very tentative play right now. BetBoom just grouping, going as 5, smoking up. They have Dawnbreaker
curious
ready
to
to
see
join.
if Quinn goes for these raises, because look at how fast they're beelining. They're like, someone's got to be down here, right?
If they click the
no.
creeps, they would see that there was minus armor on the creeps, but you know, you can
that's a
scout
good
for SF
point.
a little bit.
Jumping into the tree line.
They may have done
Laurel.
it. They're checking down around there. See that there was minus armor on the creeps, but you know, you can
that's a
scout
good
for SF
point.
a little bit.
Jumping into the tree line.
They may have done
Laurel.
it. They're checking down around there.
Radiant are scanning.
Quinn teleporting out. Yeah, look at this. They're just a little bit off the mark. So I think, like you said, they knew someone was down here, and perhaps they did check those creeps for the aura.
Yeah, I think, didn't they change it so like if you Shadow Blade, I don't think the minus armor is visible, but if he wasn't Shadow Bladed at first, he was just standing in the tree line as well. I mean, we can see it, but we also have bird's eye view, so
We have
for
God
us,
vision.
for us, we're always gonna see it. Maybe they go again here, immediate second smoke, looking for a new move. And I like the neutral item they decided to take on the Hawk, by the way. So he has the Hurricane Pike to push himself to safety, the Concussive Grenade to knock people back, and then he has one more knockback and Havoc Hammer as well. So really just prioritizing safety.
I really like the way that he itemized this game. I really think that it's definitely showing, you know, he has a very good understanding of how he needs to be playing this hero and how to keep himself alive during these fights.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's not...
I'm not going to be able to find anything with the smoke. They're just going to be able to cross the map.
Yeah, they go in and they steal some farm at least. They're gonna scout out with the ulti. Good thing about having Zeus on your team is you 2 heroes bottom. They know how to get out. They gotta bail. As if finding a good corner to TP out from. That was a good corner.
That was so close. Oh, Roger!
A very good corner indeed.
Oh.
I could do with more of that.
I wonder if his spidey sense was tingling. He knew just how close he was.
Oh yeah, I bet he can feel it, you know. Nyx players hunting, they always can smell that something is up. Speaking of Nyx, he's building up quite a bit of gold here as the game is slowly progressing. He's got 3,000 gold. He's currently thinking for a Lincoln Sphere. Would be a strong item for sure against the Venge Swap Stun, the Amplify from, or the Corrosive Haze, sorry, from Slardar. Still used to amplify damage.
I am too, honestly. I think it's very funny that for the longest time, it was just like so basic of a phrase. I would like to
Sprint,
highlight one
crush,
thing.
bash.
Yeah, it was not the most creative, and he only had like 2 pixels. So Nyx Assassin is actually carrying the Psychic Headband, which I think is a pretty neat item choice too.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, he just wants a little bit more range, but the pushback can also be very useful, similar to the Havoc Hammer. It serves the same purpose there, but he swaps in now. He's keeping the Philosopher's Stone so he can try and get a little bit of extra gold, as he is the poorest man on the field. So Neeko actually getting pretty good item progression this game, by the way. Having the Veil, Force Staff, and the Lotus Orb. That Lotus Orb is very, very good until Slardar gets the Undispellable talent. So, you know, he's only level 21 on Slardar, and he won't be able to keep that Crow's Vase as easily on his targets right now.
Soniqs continues to stall out the game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and the Aegis is in hands of BetBoom, but they're not super confident. They have 1 minute. They're hesitating. Like, Sniper's walking back and forth. Does he want to push bottom? Only 45 seconds. Feels like a little bit late if they want to start sieging up for high ground here. So I guess BetBoom are respecting that they're not the best high ground pushers, and they kind of need pickoffs before they go. That gives more time for Soniqs though, and the right pick lineups usually do scale really well into late game. Even though they're behind in net worth here, I would not count them out in a team fight.
Thor has a Bloodthorn completed. Will show himself on the wave though, so Roger immediately going to punish him when they have the Nimbus, they have Solar Guardian, and he's just evaporated.
They did use Refresher Shard there to commit for that kill. They did not want to let him have a chance of surviving, but
Double Nimbus.
yeah, that's still fine though. I mean, the Refresher Shard would be nicer to be able to use during a fight, but getting that big kill, no buyback, this is the moment. This is when BetBoom can actually capitalize.
Gets more dewarding. Take away any sort of advantage and vision that would be available for Soniqs. Now
I'd like to see them just move towards top right now though in Siege. BetBoom are like clearing out the creeps, but they're not forcing buyback. There is no buyback, so it would be really huge to just put yourself in a position to poke and force that buy, since there isn't one, right? We know that. They can't know whether or not he has buyback because he didn't use it, he just doesn't have the gold. But if you don't try to force it at least, then you're missing out on a huge spike here, I think.
They did just pick up a Blink Dagger. It's being shipped out to Notice, so perhaps that's one of the reasons why they're waiting a little bit, but...
They won't be able to go with this kill now, though. So the Refresher Shard kill ultimately yielded exactly what it was, a kill. Nothing more, nothing less. And it also made the game keep going more late game, which I still think Soniqs are happier about than BetBoom. Despite being on the back foot, I think they're happy if the game is extended. So, yeah. Now, by the way, with the Arcane Blink on SF, can expect him to possibly get some big ultis off in a team fight as well.
Definitely feels like the itemization still has a lot of space to grow on the side of Soniqs.
Is under attack.
Yeah, a little bit more limited on the side of BetBoom as they're starting to cap out. They still got plenty of stuff to add, but you know, Sniper will only do so much more scaling in this game, and there are plenty of heroes that he has to outcarry should this game continue for much longer. Man, Soniqs are playing probably the most like slow and timid game that I've seen out of the entire group stage so far. They really just want to get towards like minute 60. It feels like they've made Soniqs are playing probably the most like slow and timid game that I've seen out of the entire group stage so far. They really just want to get towards like minute 60. It feels like they've made some pokes here and there, but very content to just keep farming up.
Definitely very patient, and we saw the way that they were dodging all of these earlier engagements as well. So definitely... Oh.
Yeah, they tried to take the outpost, but not gonna be allowed.
Okay, Soniqs smoking up.
Is this the move? Soniqs going for something. Big swooping motion here, trying to go around. I like the position. Zeus might show himself. He has a haste rune though.
Yeah, but they see this courier.
Has been killed.
The wave
They
of
reveal
terror
themselves.
revealed himself though. Yeah.
And look at Notice is just like, ugh, alright, gotta get out of here. They'll go,
Yeah.
they'll use the sorry. Notice is just out. So good read here. Good eyes on the map, seeing the wave of terror, and of course the courier dying.
Yeah, ultimately not connecting, so we keep going here. And BetBoom are holding the Roche area. They're wanting the next Aegis, but the last time they had Aegis, they were not really confident enough to break high ground without a kill. And I think it's probably going to be the same even if they get it again. Soniqs, though, They do not want to give away Roshan again. If they get their hand on Rosh, then I think they immediately win, pretty much.
They have
over
so
on
much
Sonics.
vision here. Yeah, again, they find UR. Avalanche comes in from MSS. They'll use the BKB. And comes the Solar Guardian, though. So Quinn pops the
ulti whiffing
BKB.
pretty hard.
It doesn't end up connecting. Now it feels like Sonics, they need to be on the run. E-Blade connecting over to Quinn. Fata in position if needed.
Yeah, now
These are
without
such
BKB on
strange-
Monkey, no SF ulti.
So such strange fights. All right, they do find Sineko though, because he comes back in trying to get some warding. Oh my god, 3-man stun coming out from Rogers. Gonna set it up beautifully here. Global silence coming to play. Fata trying to buy himself a little bit more time. We're gonna end up losing him anyways, and they find Quinn on the back lines. They'll take down the illusion of the Venge.
Yeah, this is
Roger, my
Yeah.
god.
great catch. And we see just, if they're unable to go on Zeus, look at the damage for that fight. Like, he did 4.8k
Wow.
damage. The amount of damage that Zeus dishes out if you cannot get on top of him is absolutely ridiculous. So this this fight was pretty much impossible, though. If they don't have BKB on Monkey King and they don't have SF ulti or BKB, how did they take a fight into this Zeus with E-Blade? Beautiful
That
initiation.
3-man Impale followed up with the Nimbus and just very nice setup. Very quick reaction time coming out from Roger. Yeah, you are. Doesn't look too happy there. Can't
Yeah.
blame him.
Roche is now being taken, and they're gonna have 40 seconds roughly after the Roche here to go push up on a high ground with SF being dead. I'd like to see them really explode towards top lane or mid lane now after they get this. Like, fast paced and just go. Because else the game is gonna keep dragging out, and I am concerned for BetBoom if they don't close this game.
Roger's patience and hard work is going to pay off because they give him the Aghanims. He's seeing some little burrows coming out from this little Nyx.
Yeah, they're going towards mid, but mid creepway was killed off, so not gonna be able to really...
Oh, they find Leslau. So the Guardian land again. Double Nimbus. They just want to get rid of Leslau. They know that he is one of the main initiators, and now he is no longer going to be a part of this assault if they continue to push this mid lane.
And he also is not saving buyback. He bought out earlier. He bought out the entire Shadowblade earlier, I believe it was, that he purchased his last item. So,
Curious.
70 seconds.
Dire's middle tower.
This is really curious. Sonics, they don't have this. They don't have the Slardar. Okay, MSS does jump in. Fata goes in with the swap too, because they're trying to just get rid of Roger, but they end up losing too.
Rogers is fine though.
Roger's still alive. He's not concerned at all. He has burrow. He's got this ice. He's still holding on to the cheese. And there's no buyback.
2
No
heroes
buyback
down.
on Fata.
Middle tower has fallen.
Roger taking his position here, making his home.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
This is Roger's home now. He has decided. You have lost it, Sonics. He lives here now.
Yeah, he's just staying there. The rest of his team is going top. He's going to follow them in the end. SF blinking in, but thinks better of it.
It's not often that you see the position 2 terrified of the position 4, and
There's his entire team behind him, so
Yeah,
pretty much has
true.
to be.
I
Smoked
don't know
up
how
now.
you stop this.
Only showing the sniper. Very safe way of pushing. The rest of them just sitting in positions.
Roger
Nick's
finding a
taking
new
a
little
good spot.
spot. He's gonna go a little bit deeper here.
Dire's
The sniper. Very safe way of pushing. The rest of them just sitting in positions.
Roger
Nick's
finding a
taking
new
a good
little
spot.
spot. He's gonna go a little bit deeper here.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Very patient.
Oh,
Oh, goes
Roger?
in pretty far here, Roger. All right.
This team is not close enough.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was, and he feeds the gem.
I appreciate that so many of the crits on him there from the Bloodthorn were 3-2 damage. It seems. Nah, he wanted more. Roger, he just thought that, you know, that was a very
clearly he
uneventful
wanted
push.
more.
He wanted to get some kills.
But he's so far away from his team, the rest of the team just backed off. Do we have a cam moment of that? I'd like to see his reaction there, but
Yeah,
This
that was
hurts,
Gem, though,
man.
I believe, fed over to Yawar now, so he gets the
yeah,
Gem
look
as
at
well.
Roger.
Yeah, you see, I was in some 3-2 threes,
like,
3-2 crits. Yeah, maybe not
Maybe
my
I
best
should have
move.
been there. My bad, guys. That's a my B moment.
That's the face of an impatient man who just wanted to win the game right now.
I mean, one of my favorite Roger moments was he was playing Spirit Breaker. There was an IO on the enemy team, and he starts charging IO, and IO ends up like going behind. Like they still had the tier 1s and 2s up in the middle lane, and like the IO starts going behind the tier 2, and Roger he wouldn't stop. Just starts taunting on the Spirit Breaker as he goes down mid. He's going to die, and he's just like, I don't know. I had a lot of respect for him in that moment because he just was like, "Yep, I'm going for it, not stopping."
That true Spirit Breaker way of playing. You never stop your charge. Quinn showing mid. Get out. Yeah, right now, I mean, they did get a fantastic lead here, getting the mid and top racks. And it sounds like a lot of copium, but Soniqs can still turn this. This is 22,000 gold lead, which is massive. But all they have for damage, really, is the Zeus and Sniper. If Soniqs get the right jump, they can kill those heroes very fast still with their minus armor and their items. But they need a fast fight. Any long fight, BetBoom will win it.
Well, there's the opening on this fight here. As the land Starbreaker, they drop the Nimbus. MSS is just absolutely gone. They'll go
the dust
use
connected.
some of that dust. They're chasing after Quinn. The jump in from Leslau, though. He's going to try to protect him. Does have that nullifier. Solar Guardian coming into play. Roger eats the cheese. He's going to be absolutely fine. They turn back around. They get the kill on Leslau. They've got 2 dead on the side of Soniqs.
Yeah, this time it does have buyback from
Leslau.
Slardar, so he's
But
prepared
he
to
does
come
not
back.
have the BKB.
Yeah. Prepared to come back and take the fight again here, but without BKB on SF, it's gonna be hard, like you said. You can maybe Shadow Blade in and get a deep blink.
There's no BKB. Yeah. Look at this. The swap. Okay, notice jumping in. Put some pressure over onto Fata. Perhaps gone a little bit too far. Does have the Lotus, but there it is. There's the cleanup kill. Quinn will be able to punish him for going a bit deep. But they did end up having to buy back on Leslau during this.
They don't want to let them get away. They have fast chase too.
They see you are. They know he's here. Quinn starts. Oh, will end up connecting over to Snake. Leslau on the back line though, getting 2, but the impale coming out from Roger does slow them down a little bit. They'll turn their attention now. Big Wukong's command, but the Hawk, he's already out. He's already. Oh no! But they managed to find him over in the corner. They'll get the Thunder Guns out, but still, they'll kill the Hawk. That is a 10 times godlike kill streak.
Oh my god, that was so close to the blink stun as well. Leslau barely missing Nyx Assassin at the same time. He TP'd out just milliseconds before that crush came in.
All right, well, that was the fight that Soniqs needed. Leslau, I guess, hits his BKB. Not sure if he fat-fingered that. Happens sometimes. Yeah, look at this.
We've seen a lot of random BKB uses, honestly, this group stage. But he has the undispellable talent. We see the fight again. That was such a good jump by Leslau.
Middle lane Roger, he can smell something's in the air. Spike Carapace. There's more people here, though. Good drop immediately with the Nimbus. They'll throw out the Ethereal Blade. Get another Nimbus off. They'll just take out Yuar.
Where's the swap?
I'm sure Yuar is asking that too right now.
Yeah. I'm very surprised that he doesn't save him. He has Aghanims on bench. If he dies, it doesn't matter.
Roger got a cheeky little smile during that, but Laurel needs to be careful. We'll be a little bit off the mark with the Impale, but they have the Nimbus. Quinn, perhaps he's gone a bit too far as they'll follow up Solar Guardian. Not going to be able to go and finish off Quinn with that BKB, but MSS does indeed get left behind, down for 80 seconds.
That's possibly really painful here. 1 minute on the Monkey King being down. The sniper is respawning. Not sure how fast they're going to be able to move across the map, but they're taking over the outpost so you can TP over. And I think they're already pinging it and want to go. 2 dead.
Roshan may respond in about 30 seconds. This is very ballsy, actually, coming out from Laurel. Oof. Teleporting right in front of an SF.
Yeah, they're charging over 30 seconds right now, 40 seconds on the Tiny. This is going to be Sniper sieging up the tower, and Monkey barely about to respawn.
Get a swift blink on Sniper. I feel like this is going to hit the 60-minute mark. I feel like you jinxed us, Waga. They absolutely are waiting for the,
I don't know about
the
that.
big boy items.
This fight will be really crucial. Mid creep waves coming in, backdoor protection gone. They can go up high ground.
Shrapnel will reveal Fata.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's
Dire's
gonna be the
bottom
tower,
is
bottom
falling.
lane.
Very cautious approach here. They know the respawns are coming, so they got the tower. A little bit advantage again. Yeah, I suppose there's not going to be a fight. They took the tower and they back out again. BetBoom definitely holding on to this cautiously. 2 minutes until great items. So I suppose their play right now is just control any sort of access into the neutral camps the moment that we hit minute 60. Those tier 5 items can be massive impact.
All right, what do we want to see for our tier 5 items coming up for both teams?
I think Sniper probably would be looking towards that Stygian Desolator. Oh, might have a Scruffle.
Oh, okay, there's a jump forward immediately from Leslie. Pops the BKB's got the Nullifier. Roger, all right. They'll be able to remove him, and he does end up dropping a gem.
It's under the Nimbus. It's scary to walk in there. They want it though. It's so funny. They're
Just wait
walking around.
patiently, wait patiently. Oh,
No,
look, he
the
comes in
courier.
with, oh my god, that should not be allowed to happen.
Okay, gem is secured. They still have it. Gem is back in the hands of the Nyx courier. They also have a gem on Silencer, so they have both the gems.
I guess on the bright side, it is going to be a longer respawn. Fata, oh god, Fata. All right, that's one Fata down. They need to get rid of the second Fata. Quinn is nearby, and it's got to have an halberd on him.
Yes,
Go,
he's in.
jumps into the middle, gets a really nice ultimate. Is going to have to BKB out, though, because the rest of the team, they're not in position. They're not ready to go. They couldn't do anything with that silence.
Oh, that was their chance to take a fight before the minute 60 hits. They use their stuff. Roche is about to spawn in 1 minute and 20 seconds and we get those items. Like I said, if they get Stygian Desolator on Sniper, that's massive, but there's a lot of other good stuff too. Apex, I mean, Giant's Ring over on Dawnbreaker could be big.
Ooh, big Dawn, mommy.
Yeah. Mirror Shield is also fantastic here.
Arcane Rune for Laurel. He's gonna be happy with that. I wasn't sure if he's gonna bottle it, but now he picks it up immediately.
Yeah. You see them start clearing some jungle creeps here. Go for the Ancient, of course. 3 times the chance to drop the neutral items. Pirate Hat. Okay. I mean, that's also a good sniper item. Immediately takes that.
Radiant are scanning.
It could look rather dashing on him, too.
I'll take
Yeah, look at the Sonics. They want these items. They're trying to put their way out. Force boots. Look at how Laurel just immediately moves up to this top lane. They're hoping they can catch him, but is going to go forward instead of backwards, which...
Ooh, Stygian
We'll be
Deso
able
on the
to-
side of Sonics instead, so they have that on Slardar.
That could be very good. But the Roche is up.
Yeah, I don't think they're
don't think they
contesting
get here
this.
in
They're
time.
just taking the time to try and get items instead, so they're being really active about taking jungles. Look at Quinn. He wants to steal the Ancients here.
He's got to be very careful. Yeah, nothing comes out from it.
Oh, this is dangerous,
You
Quinn.
gotta get out of here now. Get out of there, Quinn. Yeah, look at this. They're even just teleporting like they want to catch him. He's
Yeah,
gonna
no
have to
Nimbus or
run for
ulti
his
ready.
life. It looks like he's gonna make it.
Yeah, they swapped around, by the way, so it's Pirate Hat on Slardar now. Much more capable of just chain bashing and still a great DPS item. And Monkey King has the Stygian Desolator now, so in the Wukong's command, everybody will get hit by that.
All right. BetBoom looking to close out this game. 61 minutes.
Yeah, they're sieging up, but they didn't take the time to dig for their tier 5 items, and they have 5 of them on the side of Sonics. So they have Aegis, sure, but you don't have all your items yet. The only thing you have is that Pirate Hat. They're gonna
Feels
look
like
for
they
some
want
more.
to just get control of... Okay, so they'll get Force Boots. Another nice positioning tool. Arcanist Armor.
By the way, look at the gold right now on Quinn. Look how rich he is. He's got 10,000
Yeah,
gold.
that's...
Is under
They
attack.
can't get anywhere onto the map, it feels like, to go and spend it.
I think he has to try and get this refresher snuck out by Courier. Oh, he buys travels? Okay. I mean, he has Force Boots already. He could have committed for another fighting item, since they give even more movement speed than travels level 2 even. And now he can TP, of course, to the Slardar whenever in the fight.
Snakeo.
Oh, Monkey was spotted.
This is Bad for you. R pops a BKB, tries to go for the hit, does manage to go land on the Laron, they'll just blow him up immediately. Very devastating damage. The global silence, and Echo over on the back lines getting hit by Leslie. They get off the ultimate here from Quinn as they're trying to do whatever they can to keep UR alive because he's sitting so very low. He's starting to good swap here coming out from Fata. We'll be able to keep him alive just a little bit longer. Fata taking a lot of damage, but the chase is on over onto the back lines. They want Quinn. They have the vision. It's the two supports chasing down Quinn. They need a little bit more damage. He's still alive. They haven't quite managed to finish him off. There it is, finally.
Buyback being used here.
Lots of buybacks.
Yeah, Sniper still has Aegis, by the way. He didn't get brought down a single time there. They did lose the Zeus, so he has to be extra cautious going into this fight.
Yeah, but I feel like, how do you kill the Hawk? You have to kill the Hawk twice now.
They can if they get on top of him, but they're
Leslie
going out.
Leslie jumping out, immediately jumps over onto Laurel. They're going to try to get rid of the Zeus. They will be able to do it. A big avalanche off to the side as they're going to drop the Wukongs. They split off. There's the Hawk, though. They want the kill on the Sniper. He is their #1 target. Do manage to get a swap up over onto Notice. He'll cancel out the Starbreaker. Fallen Sky coming into play. Couple more hits. There it is. There's a kill on the Dawnbreaker.
That's 2 heroes without buyback. They don't have Zeus, they don't have Silencer. All 5 are alive on the side of Soniqs. Even if you have Aegis on Sniper, if Zeus is down, you're not going to be able to stand and deal any damage. You're going to get overrun. We go back to the issue in the first part of the draft when we were talking about it, how Soniqs are just overwhelming them. That's exactly what happened to Zeus there. He just got jumped. Lau is finding these good deep dives, and with the tier 2 travels on pretty much, yeah, they have it on Slardar and on Shadow Fiend. They can just TP into whoever catches him.
All right, no Silencer for 75, no Zeus for 72. CMSS very, very animated.
Okay. This is big brain. I haven't seen this. The Arcane Blink Monkey King is coming out. Okay, so he wants the quick stun and quick ulti. Okay. I don't think I've seen Arcane Blink Monkey carry ever, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad though. It does work. Sniper.
Quinn, oh my god, look at this. Fata throwing out the stun over onto Roger. They have to get Quinn out though. The jump forward over onto Roger. The pop with the Solar Guardian. Aeon Disc is going to end up getting popped. Yeah, and they just can't close the gates over onto the Hawk. They end up losing Roger. You are sitting very low. Oh my gosh, at the last second. They'll find the kill. And they still want Quinn. But we'll be able to force him away here to safety. Multiple buybacks coming out at this point, at this stage of the game. We are 65 minutes in. The only person who has buyback right now is Sniper.
Yeah, he also has the Aegis timing out in 20 seconds, but they did hold, and Zeus does respawn. This is huge for them. And of course, Nyx is dead, but same timer over on Tiny. This game is now very wide open. Anyone could win. 22,000 gold lead means nothing. It's all about initiation, all about who gets the better angle into the team fight. We've seen how fast Soniqs can kill people. This is why I haven't counted them out for the entirety of this game. They have tremendous damage output. But that last fight, I can't help but feel like jumping anybody with but Sniper is the incorrect decision. If they got on Sniper there, that could have been game.
I mean, it felt like the incorrect decision when you noticed that the Hawk is just able to sit so far back and just was dishing out damage the entire time. Again, he's only died twice in a 66-minute long game.
Yeah, they have had great targeting overall on Soniqs.
Shadows.
Bringing down the Zeus twice. Like after he bought back, I said he has to be careful, but it didn't really matter. They just found him and jumped him. They can still do the same play. The buyback's still on cooldown, so Zeus has to be extra cautious here.
At this point, you're just glad that the Hawk doesn't have himself a ballista.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah. The difficult part for Soniqs when it comes to catching Sniper is that he does have that Linken's. So last fight, you know, it may have looked like, oh, Fada, you can just swap him, but the Linken's is protecting that, and they don't have the best Linken's breaks to allow for that swap. Maybe Slardar can get in and, like, poke him with a Corrosive Haze, and then he follow up with a swap.
Quinn has a lot of items this time around. We talked about how much gold he had earlier. Does have the refresher orb completed, but he's just run out of inventory space.
Man is 6 slotted. Needs Aghanims though.
Yeah. At this point. How do they kill the Hawk? Because he seems to be the biggest issue for them. And
think
they
they
just
can kill
cannot seem to get the... They can't... They can, but they have to get past so many things, I feel, Wagga.
It's a priority thing. They decided to go Zeus instead. In the last few fights, they're focusing Zeus first when Zeus was up. They didn't go on him when he was in the base there, but that was pretty difficult because they were forcing into like a high ground where he was tucking away and hiding really well. But I think in a lot of these fights, they could have gone on Sniper and killed him equally, but he had the Aegis. Now he doesn't have Aegis, though. So if they see him, they can certainly jump him. I think Zeus is the higher priority, though. If they get a chance to take Zeus or Sniper, certainly the Zeus should die first. And then try and overwhelm Sniper at the end.
BetBoom and Soniqs trying to have the longest game during the group stages of this, right?
Yeah, this is the longest game that we have had, for sure.
Arcanist armor.
Interesting,
to
interesting
remember.
item, by the way, for Zeus here is the Book of Shadows. This is an underrated item, honestly. It's 8-second cooldown, and he has Octarine as well. And you can become untargetable. Of course, you become silenced, muted, and disarmed as well. But it's a fantastic save against all these single targets, like physical damage dealers.
That is important, for sure, with the way that he is being targeted. Apparently, the longest game that we've had so far was a 71-minute game, so we're
about to
close
breach it.
that.
Yeah, I think we're
getting
gonna set
real
a TI
close.
record here for this year's TI.
I always laugh whenever I see the Book of the Dead, because I was casting, I think it was in Stockholm, and Purge and I are like doing our thing, and we just hear Suns fan in the other room just screaming Book of the Dead nonstop.
No Book of the Dead in this game, though.
So loud.
We didn't drop it. You know something that could happen in this game as well, just as we have a bit of a lull here with the teams just sitting back and
There's a Book of the Dead in here.
being patient. Did they get Book of the Dead?
Yeah, they got it over on the
Silencer got it. Oh, yeah. Nice. The one thing that can happen here in this game as well is that Venge has Arcanist armor. If he clicks that when Zeus starts using his refresher double ulti, if he gets it off before the Zeus ulti, that could absolutely shred the Zeus, because it's a 40% damage reflection.
Oh, wow.
So if he hits his entire team with that, yeah, then Zeus just dies in like one single ulti.
I can't say I've seen this item too many times being used, just because games don't typically tend to last this long. But that is a huge point right there. And will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Okay, alright. They're making the play.
Comes the smoke. Roger barely not revealing this movement.
They
Scouted
know.
though.
Yep, they scouted.
Now it's too dangerous to keep committing here, so they're just gonna take the outpost and back out,
Are under attack.
knowing that they've been spotted. Of course, bottom. Jesus, the range track's almost falling to Book of the Dead.
Book of the Dead!
Book of the Dead! Good item. Also fed away like, 800 gold, but
Yeah. Oh, I miss that Stan. Talking about Gaimin level shellackings today.
Roshan's going down. They're taking it.
Yeah, it's going down really fast. They're not going to be able to get there in time, I don't think. They're trying.
fighting.
Boundless, the initiation, the toss back, multiple Nimbuses, as Snake will end up dying immediately. And they're going to back out from the side of Soniqs. They're happy with this, but at the same time, they still have this Aegis now that is picked up for Notice, and you have 2 instances of cheese.
Yeah, they also have Aghanims over on Sniper now, so he can actually use his ulti in the fights again. And when you play a DPS Sniper, you can't really use your ulti at all in a lot of these fights, but now it's, nearly instant to shoot, so he can stun people from very long range as well. This is a very big pickup, getting the free Aghanims. Granted, he could almost buy it. He has 10,000 gold as well, so he was about to purchase it one anyway, but he wants to hold buyback. This is getting ridiculous. We're getting to a point where they have a hard time spending all their money. Like Sniper,
Oh,
he's got 10K gold.
initiation? Over onto Quinn? Are they going to be able to save him in time? No! He just melts! He does have buyback, though. Les Lauda is being chased by Noticed. They'll kill MSS. Again, both of them now having the buyback. They're probably going to have to expend them at this point.
Yeah, they will have to use them, but they want to wait until BetBoom are overcommitting for this push. They're of course not going to go up on the high ground. They're going to siege with Sniper on low ground, as they always do. They still have that Linken's as well to protect against the bench swap, even though Fada is in position to try.
Almost got level 30 on a bunch of these heroes at this point. Do have a ward down though.
Scanning.
She'll immediately get removed. Fata still standing in this corner.
Aegis
Buyback.
Dawnbreaker.
Alright, they'll hit with the magic missile. Swap going out. They've got the BKB over onto Fata, but notice immediately is going to be able to survive.
Only use the tiny buyback. Still have the SF holding it.
Not sure how we feel. Notice does have the Aegis. Is that the target you want to pull?
Yeah, pulling him is not the ideal target, but he's the only one presenting himself.
That's true. Book of the Dead gets cleaned up pretty quickly here. This bottom racks. Roger
Mixed
with
with
the
the jump.
opening, the follow-up, the global silence being used immediately. They'll be able to buy a little bit more time. Leslie jumping onto the back line, seeing the opening over onto the Hawk. Can they get this kill? Can they take him down? Yes, they can! They'll end up just putting out the damage. They'll end up losing Leslie. Notice, though, with that ultimate coming out from Quinn, is forced back with the Fear. Leslie trying to fight again. Does have the Nullifier. Nice stun impale going through. They need to put out more damage. Leslie sitting so very low. Nice swap, though, coming out from Fada. Going to be able to buy him just a little bit more time. Are they going to be able to keep him alive? They toss him back. Looks like he's still alive for just a little bit longer, but no, he's going to fall. Yawar now buying back after dying. They got one kill over onto Notice. But Fada, he's trying to do everything over onto the back lines. Quinn fighting here with BetBoom, but eventually they get the kill. Yawar, he's trying. He drops the Wukongs, the buyback. MSS tossing everybody around. And Disc will end up getting propped. They have the Nullifier over onto Yawar. Laurel, he's pretty deep though. Can they finish him off? Can they get this kill on Zeus? Yes, they will. But Fata, again, being clicked down. Yawar, he's silenced. He can't get over there.
The throne is falling.
Can
Dawn
they
is
get
doing
there?
it.
The throne is dying though. It is defense of the Ancients, and they have not managed to save their own Ancient on the side of Soniqs after one hell of a fight. BetBoom, longest game here so far of the group stage, will take the victory.
Wow, just wow. What an insane last team fight there. Was so many fights there with buybacks and a lot of details. I think one of my favorite things there was the sniper tried to get away at the starter fight, silver edging and running away, but Leslau went in with a shard, getting the crush on the ground, revealing because the crush applies the ulti, so he gets vision onto the sniper. They get that first kill on him, but sniper had the buyback, so they committed a lot of resources, brought him down, but at what cost? Their position was really broken at that stage, and BetBoom, they were just allowed to keep dealing the damage with Zeus. I have to see how much damage he dealt in that game. 114,000 damage on the Zeus. That is an absurd number right there. Nobody even came close. He almost doubled up the sniper's damage, who was the second place.
Yeah, I mean, how many times did we see, just Nimbus after Nimbus being tossed out? And we can see some of these highlights here. This last fight, you can see.
There's the reveal.
Jumping
So yeah,
down,
sniper gets revealed.
and they clean. It's just not enough at that point, because like you said, the sniper does have the buyback, but fight
Yeah, he has
goes on.
buyback, but they committed this deep now as well on the side of Soniqs. And look at Zeus. Look at his positioning. He's sitting back, casting spells freely. Look at him. He's just continuously dishing out damage and nobody got on top of him. Sniper finally committing his buyback, comes back into the fight. And from here on, it's just easy pickings for BetBoom. They can just chase down whoever they want.
What a fight. What an absolute fight. And they are really just trying to give it their all, but it's really well played. Honestly, when you consider the draft coming out from the side of Soniqs, you'd think that they'd be able to close these gaps. They'd be able to, get that momentum, but the Hawk and just Laurel playing very